We begin this broadcast with breaking news that's coming in. The Prime Minister has welcomed the Gaza peace plan. He's welcomed the first phase of the ceasefire agreement on President Donald Trump's plan. The Prime Minister says, and we will take you through his post on social media platform X. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says, and I quote, "We welcome the agreement of the first phase of President's peace plan. This is also a reflection of the strong leadership of Prime Minister Netanyahu. We hope that the release of hostages and enhanced humanitarian assistance to people of Gaza will bring respite to them and pave the way for lasting peace." So this is the Prime Minister who is lauding the first phase of the peace plan. To get us more on the same, I have my colleague Rishabh joining us. Rishabh, for viewers joining us on this broadcast, tell us about what the first phase of the Gaza peace plan entails. Give us all those details, and how are world leaders also reacting. Right now it is Prime Minister Narendra Modi who has welcomed the first phase of the plan. Tell us about the importance of the same.
Well, it's 8th or 9th of October today. It's 2 years since 7th October attack by Hamas in Israel, be it in Ashkelon or other parts of southern Israel. The way attack happened, leaving over 1,000 dead and at least 700 Israelis being taken and other nationalities being taken hostage. Now, as per the peace plan proposed by Donald Trump, the first phase has been achieved, is what Prime Minister Netanyahu as well as President Donald Trump has said, and India has welcomed the Prime Minister, saying that this is a testament of the leadership of Prime Minister Netanyahu as well as the leadership of Donald Trump, the President of the United States. What happens from here on? The first phase has been achieved, which means that all the hostages who are in custody of Hamas will be released. They'll return to Israel. Then Hamas leaders would be given a passage to leave the Gaza area, whatever area that is under their control. Israeli army, the IDF, will take the ceasefire line first, and once things get better, they'll return to a line which will be dominated by the ISF, International Stabilizing Force. And then once things get better, the actual line of Gaza will be maintained with a buffer zone. But Israel's conditions are here clear that Hamas will give up arms, they will leave Gaza, and an authority, a government would be formed in Gaza without Hamas, or for that matter, the Islamic Jihad of Palestine. After that, the full ceasefire will take place. The first phase has been achieved. It is a very, very important moment right now. In last 24 months, we have seen a bloody attack taking place in the Middle East, where Israel went all guns open in Gaza, leaving over 65,000 dead there as well. So Donald Trump has pushed for this peace plan. Hamas has agreed to it. All hostages are expected to leave the custody of Hamas today, will return to Israel. There are
it is a breakthrough moment, definitely, Rishabh, but there are many questions that are looming. One of it being, the most practical one, is what about the security of the hostages? So during the transfer, because this is the most pivotal aspect of the first phase of the peace plan, what about the security of the hostages when they are crossing over? Who's responsible for it? We will get more from you on that, but let's tell our viewers about what has happened in the last 24 hours. US President Donald Trump has announced a breakthrough peace deal between Israel and Hamas, calling the agreement historic and unprecedented. Now, the first phase has been signed, which includes the release of hostages who are currently held in Gaza. Now, as per this deal, Israel will withdraw its troops to an agreed line inside Gaza. Now, sources are confirming that Hamas has agreed to release all 20 hostages who are currently held in Gaza, which is a major development in the ongoing peace efforts. Donald Trump has described this agreement as a strong and durable peace plan, calling it a great day for the Arab and the Muslim world. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has also praised the deal. He has called it both a diplomatic and a national victory. He also confirms that the first phase has been approved and that all hostages will be brought home soon. Netanyahu also expressed his gratitude to US President Donald Trump to, in fact, take this decisive step. He also highlighted the strength of the United States and Israel alliance as a key factor in regional stability. Now, more importantly, this is the timeline of the development that is aligned with the anniversary, that is the second anniversary of the October 7th Hamas attack that killed hundreds of people and led to the kidnapping of over 250 hostages. Meanwhile, it is US President Donald Trump who is confirming that he plans to travel to Egypt soon, as high-level negotiations are also underway there. The president then says that he could depart for Egypt either before the release of the hostages or shortly afterwards. Listen in.
I may do that. We haven't decided exactly. I'll be going to Egypt most likely. That's where everybody is gathered right now, and we appreciate that very much. But I'll be making the rounds, as the expression goes. I probably will.
Now, the White House has pegged him as the peace president, even as Donald Trump himself seems skeptical about his prospects of winning the Nobel Peace Prize, despite his claims of settling 7 global conflicts. This also came after Donald Trump announced that Israel and Hamas have agreed to a deal for the first phase of a ceasefire in Gaza after days of indirect talks in Egypt. Now, let's also tell you about the kind of scenes that have unfolded. These were scenes of relief and celebration on both sides of the conflict. Now, in Israel, there were families of hostages who were recently released. These are the captives who welcomed the news of the peace plan agreement with joy and hope. And then you have people in the Gaza Strip. There were residents who took to the streets following the historic hostage release deal. Crowds then gathered to celebrate, praising what many have been calling a major diplomatic breakthrough. The moment was marked with widespread festivities as both sides acknowledged a turning point in the long-standing conflict. Now, as the agreement of this hostage release from Gaza was in fact signed, the family of a hostage from Nepal, Bipin Joshi, released a video that was taken shortly after his abduction on the 7th of October 2023. Let's listen in.
I'm from Nepal. I'm 23 years old. I came into Israel 25 days ago. I came here for All Men Law program. I'm a student. I work in agricultural farm in Cyprus and Lebanon.
And still with the